you know, like what's popping right, and literally taught me something. What is this book about? Friends with benefits. That's the trope. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel, and hello if this is your first time here. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is gonna be my first book haul video that I've ever done on my channel. I recently, over the last 6 or 7 months, fallen back in love with books. I used to love books when I was a kid. I would literally read books in a day, and I would love different series and all this kind of stuff. And so I'm back in my book bag, okay? And I have a lot of books that I want to share with you guys today. So we're just gonna get right into it. I have, you know, all these different kind of authors and genres that I'm so excited for you guys to see. So make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe to my channel, especially if you're looking forward to more. This is my first time doing this kind of video, so please be, you know, patient and gentle with me and enjoy. Ignore Trigger. He's like in the background just chilling. I guess he wanted to make an appearance in today's video, but that's cool, whatever. So, the first pile I want to start off with is the Colleen Hoover pile, just because she's so popular and a lot of you guys have read her books or really been obsessed with her stuff lately. And I've actually read some of the books here, but I included them because when I do the review for them, I want you to be able to look forward to them. So some of these have already been read. I'll tell you which ones that I already read. The first book I want to start off with is Verity, and this is actually the first book that I picked up when I got out of my slump and that I thoroughly enjoyed. Like, this book got me out of the slump. There's a lot of mixed reviews about this book. I don't know, I feel like overall it's very well liked. It's a thriller. It's kind of a mystery thriller well, no, actually I'm just gonna say thriller. Yeah, it's a thriller, and this book, do not read it at night. Oh my gosh, I gave it 5 stars, and I really enjoyed this book. I stayed up all night, and the ending just still to this day has me like, what is life? Like, what's really going on? Like, did that just, you know, happen? So this book I really recommend. I love this book. I don't really give 5 stars out like that, so you know, if I give it 5 stars, I genuinely like it. This book is about a writer who ends up getting like this big opportunity to work with another writer, but the catch is that this other writer can't finish the series, like this super popular series that she yeah, she can't finish it. She can't finish what she started. So she swoops in. The writer's husband is also involved, and there's like this weird story as you get further and further into the book. I don't want to give you too much. I like to go into books blind, but I definitely recommend this book. It's very chilling. Like, I felt creepy at times reading it. Next from the book haul is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I enjoyed this book as well. I'm pretty sure I gave it 4 stars. It wasn't like super life-changing to me, but it was a good story. Like, I was really connected to a lot of the things that this book touches on, and I felt like the characters were very real. Also, I loved Atlas. If you're gonna get to this book, Atlas to me was like, oh my gosh, he's so sweet. Not my book boyfriend, but still so sweet. And I really like the story Colleen told with this, because I feel like it speaks to a lot of women and what they're going through, and like the hard decisions we have to make when it comes to people we love, even when it like hurts us. So I don't want to tell you everything, but I enjoyed this book. I really liked it, and to me it's one of those books where it's like, if you just want a good story, pick it up, and it's very, very good read. Okay, so next we have Reminders of Him, and I I gave this 3 stars, maybe 4, but I liked the story. Once again, it was just a good story. If you're a romance person, Colleen is right up your alley. I would have preferred a little bit more drama, but once again, like, it was a cute story. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I gave this about 3 stars. I liked the book, but to me, like, out of the books I've read by her so far, it's up there, but I'd recommend the first 2 before I recommend this one. Now, those are the books that I actually read from Colleen Hoover, but let me show you the ones that I haven't. So we've got November 9th, which I heard so much about. I'm kind of waiting until November 9th to read it. I don't know. I might. It's summer, not summer, it's spring right now, so it's obviously this is going to be a fall book and it's a love story, so I don't know. I don't really know about this story either, but I've got November 9th. We've got Heartbones, which is apparently a really good summer read. I picked it up because I felt like the cover was so pretty. I'm a sucker for covers, by the way. Like, if it has a nice cover, you've kind of got me 40% in. Then we've got Hopeless. I don't like this cover, by the way. I don't know. Regretting You, which is like a mom and daughter story that I'm kind of excited to read. And then we have Layla, which is supposed to be another, I think, mystery or thriller, or even like, I want to say paranormal kind of thing, but yeah, it says love can haunt or heal. I don't know. This one is supposed to be another one. I got it because I really enjoy Verity. And then we have All Your Perfects, which a lot of people say that they enjoy. It's about a couple who is having problems like in their marriage, but then you go from their present in the marriage and then the past, and apparently you find out like the different type of things that have kept them, that are like straining the marriage. And apparently like the couple is just so sweet and you want them to work. That's what I've heard about it when I, you know, was looking up my recommendations. So yeah, that's the Colleen Hoover pile. Let me know if you guys have read any of those. All right, so our next pile is Black authors, and I make it a point to not only support Black authors, but make sure like I'm in the know about like, you know, new Black authors and Black literature, like even the classics. So we've got a variety of Black authors. So the first I have to start off with is Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. She has become one of my favorite authors. I just ordered Grown and I cannot wait to read it, but I read Monday's Not Coming already. Y'all will definitely get a full review of this book, but I loved this book. This book was, it was heartbreaking, it was informative, it was real, it was so many things. Like, I don't know, this book was just really great. Like, I loved it. It was sad, but I loved it. And there's a lot of things going on like in the book that you can get a little bit confused about, but then in the end, when you find out what's really going on, what's really happened, you're like, wow. Like, this book has sat with me. This is a 5-star if I haven't said it already. I loved this book, but we got to get to the other ones. Definitely read this book. And then Tiffany D. Jackson on social media is just hilarious to me. The next book is Mirror Girls. This was a really great book. It's a quick read. It's giving very much Lovecraft Country vibes. If you've seen that show and you liked it, which I did too, you will love Mirror Girls. It's, you know, to me it's not life-changing, it's not crazy, but this is a good book. This is like perfect for like a little road trip, or it's just something quick but very entertaining to read. I finished this in 2 days because I couldn't put the book down. I loved this book, and I'm surprised not a lot of people talk about it, but it's a great book. Really enjoyed it. Then I got A Killer Sunday, which is also a part of this. This is like supposed to be a murder mystery kind of theme, but it involves ice cream. I ended up buying this book and then realized I didn't buy it in order. So then I bought the right book and I just haven't gotten into it. I really like mysteries and thrillers, but this one hasn't called my name. But I like the concept and the reviews on it were really good. So I picked this up. And then we have The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, a classic. It touches on supposedly colorism and a lot of other things, so I just had to pick it up. I think for my summer reading I'm going to make this a priority, but right now it's cool. And then I picked up Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. And it's funny, I was supposed to finish this book in high school and I never did, but I still enjoyed the story and I watched the movie. And so I know it's like a painful love story, but I wanted to read the book in its entirety. So these two I definitely had to haul in. Then we've got kind of like the urban literature section. Let me make sure. Yeah. So we've got The Coldest Winter Ever and Moth to a Flame. And these books are supposed to kind of be like based in, you know, urban culture, the hood, and like it has love, it has action, both of them. And apparently they're just stories about women who are living like, you know, rough lives. You know, we rebuke struggle love in the name of Jesus. That's not our ministry, but we love a good book. And my Facebook group, not my Facebook group, but the reading group that I'm in on Facebook, always recommended these. So, you know, I'm down for a good read. And then the Sister Soldier book, apparently people have, like, she wrote this and then people were waiting 20 years for her to like finish the series or, you know, figure out what happened. So I love a good series. You know, I love characters that I feel connected to, that like their story, I feel like I'm invested. So I was like, you know what, let me pick this up. So yeah, that's what we got there. And then, oh, we have another thriller. This one is called When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. This is, I read this already. Very much Get Out vibes, very much creepy. Was a little slow though. Like I'm pretty sure I gave this like 3 stars, 3.5 stars, because it was so slow. But you'll probably still get a review, and I still enjoyed the book. It's just there's some things that, you know, I didn't really like. But yeah, When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole, I say still pick it up if you're just looking for something to read. Had to haul it in though, because once again, we support our Black authors. We support them, and she's a great writer. My bad, y'all. My best friend called me. Okay, so the next book is The Dating Playbook by Farah Roshan. So sorry if I'm butchering her name, but I saw this at Barnes and Nobles and they had like the buy one get one 50% off, and then I read like a little bit of it and I was kind of hooked. So this book is apparently about a girl and she's broke, and it's basically fake dating. The other guy is like the love interest is an ex-football player, and she has to train him because she's like this fitness person, and he you know, like really respects her or whatever. And they go out one day, and I guess like I don't know if the paparazzi or some kind of gossip blog is like, you know, who is this? And she's like, I'm his girlfriend. And yeah, that's what I'm getting from it. I don't know if that's true because I picked this book up a while ago, but I felt like it was a cute little rom-com and the characters were, you know, funny. This one is called Happily Ever Afters by Elise Bryant. Why do I feel like she has another book in here? Because she does. Yep. Yeah, the covers are very similar. So this is supposed to be another romance too. I like romance, as you can see, but I think these are YA books, and I just thought the covers were so cute. Just so adorable. A lot of people were saying like this has like just sweet black love, and like one is like self-discovery and black love. When I think this is the one where, oh no, this is the one. So this is like the girl goes on a trip and meets the guy on vacation. And then this one is like this girl's trying to get in school, and she has a lot of pressure from her family and friends, like being a black woman and trying to like not buckle under the pressure of being successful. So yeah, I feel like these were cute. And then this one, and then this one, Yellow Wife by Sadeka Johnson, I think that's how you say her name, was recommended on Facebook so much, like literally all winter y'all were reading this book, and I still haven't got on it, just because it takes place during, like, you know, slavery, Civil War, and I'm not always ready for black trauma and black pain. I just heard it's a really great story, and, you know, evoked a lot of emotion out of people, and it was just so highly recommended in that book group. But I'm not ready. You know, I kind of want to live in La La Land right now. So Yellow Wife, I had to haul it, but I don't know. So if you've read that book, let me know. Okay, and then, oh, actually, Ugly Love. I forgot to mention that in the Colleen Hoover pile. Didn't really like this book. I read it already. I gave it, I think, 3 stars, and I'll still do a review on it. But the kid, what's the trope of this? Grumpy Sunshine, even though she wasn't even really that sunshiny to me. But in the book, the girl, she moves in with her brother, and her brother has a best friend that lives right next door. He's attractive, he's a pilot, but he's literally like so emotionally unavailable. Like, it's crazy. But she walks in one night and he's like drunk, and he says some things that she's like, you know, that's kind of weird, and they end up coming up with a friends with benefits. That's the trope. Okay, they end up coming up with a friends with benefits kind of situation, and he's the entire book closed off because he's hiding this thing from his past, and you find out, you know, in the end what that thing really is. But I will give a further review on it later. 3 stars to me, 3.5 at most. Alright, so we have some more black literature. Sorry if I've been forgetting to say like the authors' names and kind of like showing the book better. My bad, y'all. This is my first book haul, okay? Just, you know, be patient with me. So, the next book that I hauled in was Hurricane Summer by Asha Bromfield. Y'all, I read it. 5 stars. Perfect for summer and spring, and literally taught me something, and it was riveting, it was compelling. Like, I genuinely love this book. I will read it again. Yeah, I will read it again. This will also get a review, but 5 stars. I completely recommend it. And when you find out in the end what the cover means, you're like, y'all, this book had me crying. Like, I'm not even joking. Tears were streaming down my face. This book beat me upside my head, okay? Go read this book. Oh, and it's also, it includes Jamaican culture. It takes place in Jamaica, so really loved that. The next book I hauled was 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, and this is supposed to be a very good black love story. I love, you know, black love, of course, but it's supposed to be very funny, very fun, and just a great story. Several people recommended this to me, and then I saw like on BookTube and BookTok, like it's BookTok. It's just a really great book, so I can't wait to read this. Our next book is actually The Vanishing Half, and this one I haven't read as well, but it takes place with two twins who are light-skinned. The basis of this book is like colorism and racism, and like it has LGBTQI issues and a whole different, you know, like a bunch of different things in the story, but it takes place with those two twins, and one lives a life where they pass for black and another one lives a life where they pass as white. So that's like really interesting. When I heard about it, I was like, okay, so let's see how that plays out. Apparently the two, you know, after a certain point they don't speak to each other, but they're daughters and it end up bringing them back together. And apparently the other characters are complex well. Apparently this is a really great story. It's very hyped, so I have like mixed feelings about it, or mixed expectations, but I really hope to enjoy this book. So yeah, this was by Britt Bennett, and the next book is Legend Born. And can we get into this cover? Oh my gosh, look how powerful she looks. Like, she looks so raw. Like the hair, the colors, her face. Once again, if the book cover is fire like this, I'm 40% in. You kind of already got me for a pretty book cover, so I had to pick up this book. Apparently, like, this is, so I haven't read it, so it's about a girl. She's just got into college with her best friend, and she finds out that she is magic. It touches like a lot of issues, again, racism, and you know, just all the angst of being a black person, a black woman, and the microaggressions. It touches on a lot of things, and I'm really excited to read it. And then it has magic. I don't really get into fantasy that much. I can't even think off the top of my head like a lot of fantasy books that I've enjoyed, but I figured why not start with this one. All right, next in our haul we have the Bridgerton series. I bought 3 of the books, and yes, I've already watched season 1, season 2. Don't judge me, I don't care. Now before I get into it, let me just reason with you why I wanted to read the books. I love books. I love Bridgerton, like the cast, the representation, the vibe, like the royalty. Honestly, anything princessy and like regal, I love. That's my vibe. I love it. So high class, you know, Victorian, I love it. You know, I feel like it's just really dainty and feminine, and this series on Netflix embodies all that for me, the luxury. So in order to really get to know the story and also kind of figure out like what they took out, what they put in, I had to read the books, and I'm so excited to read the books. This is the Bridgerton series by Julia Quinn, and I got The Duke and I, The Viscount Who Loved Me, and An Offer from a Gentleman. This one is like just the story of these two on the cover and their witty banter. I just love love, okay? Men in books just, you know, actually they do disappoint me sometimes, but I prefer the men in books. So I just had to get this series and really get into the characters more. I'll probably watch Bridgerton again because I'm literally obsessed. So yeah, I got the Bridgerton series. I heard the other ones weren't as good, but I like to try things for myself, so I might haul the other ones. I don't know yet, but I had to get the 3rd book just so that when season 3 comes, I'm really going in like, okay, I know the story, but how are they gonna play this out? So yeah, had to get that series. All right, so then I kind of got like some spiritual self-help evolvement vibe kind of books, and let me show them to you. So my mom recommended this book. Actually, it's called What the Heck is Self-Love. Apparently this author, she enjoyed one of his other books and heard great things about this one. So I mean, I don't really have to explain it. Self-love. Yeah, I'm excited to read it though, just to, you know, since I'm in my 20s, learn more about myself, learn about what's important, and, you know, things like that. Learn about myself. And then we've got Hood Feminism, which I don't really feel like I need to explain. Basically, it's just touching on minorities and how feminism is circled around women who tend to be more privileged, and this whole demographic that they're ignoring, the issues that they're ignoring, and the experiences that we have. So yeah, it's basically mainstream feminist versus, hi Sami, you gonna come up, say hi. Y'all saw him, just wanted to say hi, I guess, and get in this video. But yeah, Hood Feminism, I'm really excited to read this. I'm really excited for it to pick my brain, and I love the name. What are you doing? Our next book is by Sarah Jakes. All right, see, now you're taking it too far. Now you gotta go. Yeah, so the next book is by Sarah Jakes Roberts. This is Woman Evolve. I love me some Sarah, y'all. I love me some Sarah. Sarah, I feel like I know Sarah in real life, okay? She be speaking to me, all right? She is speaking, she is my friend in my head, okay? So I had to get this book, not only just to support her, but because she's so deep. And I know, you know, God is going to speak to me through this book in a lot of ways. And it's time to break up with your fears, awaken your potential, and set your purpose in motion. Who doesn't want to do that? I want to do that. So I'm going to read this book. So yeah, had to haul this in. Love her. Oh, and then we've got Bamboozled by Jesus, which is by Yvonne Orji. I first was introduced by Yvonne through Insecure, the show. Wow, I really missed that show. But yeah, I was introduced to her by that show, and then I found out she was a Christian and saw like a TED Talk. And like, the book is called Bamboozled by Jesus. You're like, how does that happen? So it intrigues me, and I know she's also a comedian, so I know it's gonna be funny and enjoyable and about Jesus. So yeah, had to get that. I'm gonna start with this one because I'm reading it. This is going to be more like the popular section of books that I kept hearing about on BookTube and BookTok, and wanted to start with this one. So this is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, and it's about it's a friends to lovers book, which I thoroughly enjoy, especially if it's like a slow burn, like, you know, you build up to it. But I really love the concept because it goes from past to present. Actually, now that I think about it, I enjoy when a book does that too. So it's about this friend group, it's about these two friends, and they would go on vacation every summer, and then something happens one of the summers and they don't speak for 2 years. And throughout the whole book, you're trying to figure out, well, what happened, you know? Especially when through the summers you're seeing their connection, and the author is doing a really good job so far of building these characters. I feel like I know these friends in real life, and I like their relationship, and I'm really liking how this book is going. So I love that. And then we've got, wait, did I buy, I could have sworn I bought Beach Read, because she wrote that too. Oh, here it is. So yeah, Emily Henry also wrote Beach Read. What is this book about? Okay, so this book is about, it's like a enemies to lovers trope, and the characters, you know, of course they don't like each other. The main character, her dad passes away, and he leaves her a lake house that, sorry, my cats. He leaves her a lake house that apparently, Som, you're interrupting our book haul, and I know this is probably already 20 minutes. Yeah, so he leaves her the house, and basically these two come up with a contest because she's a romance writer, he's like a dark academia writer, you know, dark and twisty or whatever, and they switch concepts. And I don't know how they fall in love because they don't like each other. But I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about this, but I like to see things for myself. So we're gonna read this book. Had to haul this in. Okay, let's get into the Dreamland Billionaire series. I hauled these books, one last year and one this year. Read both of them. You will be getting videos on these. I loved these. I'd give this one, I don't know. I don't want to say the stars because I don't know them for sure, but I really enjoyed these books. There's a lot of like opinions about the books because it's grumpy sunshine, but like the character in this first book is really sunshine. Like sometimes it's like a little corny, but both of the characters in the book, like I loved them for who they were. This one is not very grumpy sunshine to me. Also, the main character is a black woman. So let me just get into the first one. Sorry, I'm doing all this talking. First one is about a girl. She works, this is like the concept around this, like where it takes place is in Florida, and it's basically like, think Disneyland, think a theme park, and these billionaires own that theme park. So their grandfather dies. He leaves in his will a task that he has to do, and he meets this girl, and she he's very like, you know, grumpy and like broody, but he has a soft spot for her, and like I loved this book. It was just so cute. They go through like different things and like different conflicts, but it's a really good book to me. Very cute, very 18 plus. It's a little steamy, but it also takes place like throughout the year, I think, mostly like fall and winter. Yeah, so if you read this during that time, you'll probably really enjoy it because, you know, you're there. But I loved this book. Lauren Asher, when book 3 comes out, sure, I'm gonna pre-order it. I'm not playing, because once again, I love a series. So then we have Declan. Oh, I didn't tell y'all the names. It's Rowan and Zara, and I thought I loved Rowan until I met Declan. Now Declan is my book boyfriend. Sorry, I know a lot of y'all hate him. I'm sorry, but I'm not one of them. He's not one of them. Rich men in books, it just does something to me. And even like, to me there's a difference between like emotionally unavailable and then just like rude. He is rude actually, but I don't know, like the way, like the character development, like I'm not mad. So I had to get this book. Also, Iris is a black woman. I stand Iris. She is everything, and I love that she meets this billionaire and her life changes, and their banter is so funny and cute, and this story just felt like this could really happen, and it just felt I love this book. I'll give you guys reviews because it's just hard to explain, but had to have those in. Then another Facebook recommendation, which was 32 Candles. I believe this is a YA book, but I don't really know much about it, but I just heard so many good things about it. Once again, got to support our black authors, so I picked it up. Then we've got Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I actually did read this book. I enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure I gave it like 4.8, 4.5, somewhere in the 4 category of how many stars it got. And I enjoyed this book. I want to read Daisy and the Six as well. Then we've got A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This is supposed to be a murder mystery. It's also a YA book, and it's about a girl who she's trying to figure out if the boyfriend killed his girlfriend. I don't know. This was also popular, so I was like, you know, it could go either way, but I'm willing to try it because it's a mystery. All right, you guys, so that is the end of our book haul. That was really fun for me. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did, and you got a sense of who I am and the kind of books that I pick out. I would really love and appreciate if you guys gave me your recommendations as well, so I can know, you know, like what's popping right. These cats. So I can know what's popping right now, but like also what did you guys enjoy. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, especially if you're looking forward to more book content and reviews and all that kind of stuff. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.